And then I came to this area of like this wall of sodas. I got to take my kids down kind of memory lane for me. I had kind of given an update on why you haven't seen any episodes of Welcome to Medins the past 2 weeks, and you can see those signs when you're out there that National Treasure 2 is filmed here. So I want to check out because I love candy. Hello, and we are back for another episode of Welcome to the Medins. I just had another one of those funny experiences where I had spent about a half hour talking and went to stop the video and finish the audio recording. I look and my audio recording button was green, which meant that it wasn't recording. But I pressed record at the very beginning of it all. But it only recorded about 6 minutes before shutting off. So I just emptied the memory card onto my computer to make space for it again. But I had kind of given an update on why you haven't seen any episodes of Welcome to the Medins the past 2 weeks and why you haven't seen it, the usual daily shorts. And that is because Michaela and I have been traveling a lot. We were gone for about a month between Rapid City, South Dakota, and Niagara Falls in Canada. And you're like, what do those have to do anything with? Rapid City was for our little family unit and to spend time with my mom and dad once they got back from Switzerland. And then Canada was a trip with her side of the family. So we got to do a large family trip with both sides, which was a lot of fun and honestly really needed, as it just kind of helped us reset after the busyness of my sister's wedding. But it also kind of was appealing to the side of me and Mikla that is very adventurous, where we both love to travel and wanting to have the kids kind of grow up with that as well. I want our kids to be adventurous and wanting to go travel the world, for whatever the Lord may call them to do one day. Have that kind of mindset of, I've spent time traveling and I really like it and I would like to keep doing it. And the fun thing for Rapid, and this isn't something I brought up in that episode that no one will see because I don't have audio for it, is what was so much fun within Rapid was I got to take my kids down kind of memory lane for me, because growing up, my family spent a lot of time in Rapid and the Black Hills for vacations. We go out there about once a year, sometimes twice, but that was pretty rare depending on different things going on. And we vacationed at the Palmer Gulch KOA, not too far away from Mount Rushmore. And so I spent over 10 years there, grew up. That's where I learned how to ride my bike. That is where I learned camping. That is where Breakthrough spent a lot of time playing shows. We'd go out there, play a show, and because we were the entertainment, we'd get free stay for a week, which was a pretty wonderful exchange. And with that was just so many memories, so much time with my grandparents, and so much time with my siblings, my parents. As we were there, I was kind of recollecting to my wife, that was when life was honestly probably its very simplest, was any time we were out at that KOA. It was fun. Sure, there was some work in terms of setting up for shows, playing, tearing down. We'd play 3 times, maybe sometimes 4 within a week. But that was so much fun. And when we were kids, when we'd go all around the campground, we'd be meeting lots of other kids around our age, making friends every year. And then when we'd play music, they'd come see us. And then that just opened up so many doors. As a matter of fact, a lot of people I'm still friends with on Facebook years later because I met them at that KOA. So taking my kids there, taking them through the campground, our camping spots back when we used to do tent camping, to then the camper cabins when we started playing at KOA and they would host us in the camper cabins. The one year we got to do our more luxurious experience, but that was only because of a mistake that was made. we got to stay in their like luxury camper cabins, which are super nice. Super, super nice. Talked them through like the bike rides I do with my siblings, the places we go to play, the rocks we go climb. One of my favorite things was the restaurant formerly known as the Ponderosa, where we'd go meet with my grandparents and whoever were the early risers in the family who would go there, and we get coffee, which would then turn into breakfast, and it was all paid for in part by Grandma and Grandpa. And then we go to Keystone, Hill City. There's one more. Custer, I think, was the other one. And walk around those shops, do, gifts and souvenirs and all these different things. Go to Sylvan Lake, where, fun fact, a portion of National Treasure 2 was filmed, and you can see those signs when you're out there that National Treasure 2 was filmed here. And go hike up what we called Mount Hernia, which was called Mount Harney or Harney Peak, which I think has since been renamed. And I don't remember what the new name of it is. So just getting to take my kids through that experience, going to Mount Rushmore, going and venturing around all these areas was like kind of getting to tie the past with my present. And just so much fun sharing that with my wife. Like my wife said, it was so much fun getting to see you go through these memories with us and getting to kind of have similar memories with my children and my wife now. Like it was more than just a vacation. It was honestly like kind of a heart experience. And I don't know how many of you do that with your kids. Maybe you do it a lot more than I think people do. But when you do those, I don't know why, it just adds a whole new depth to those memories. And getting to go through that now is just like, I love this last trip. Which is kind of funny to say because the first couple of days that we were there, quite a few of us were sick. And we were staying at my parents' apartment. So my parents moved out there not too long ago. And so we were just in this apartment. Like I was dealing with stomach issues. My son Andrew was dealing with stomach issues. My wife was dealing with mastitis. And I think also just kind of the being in a slightly different environment than normal was kind of messing with the other kids as well. So we were quite physically uncomfortable for the first week, but we still went out and did stuff, which usually feeling under weather for me almost like ruins most anything. But to be physically under the weather and then still go out and kind of go down memory lane with my family honestly redeemed it all and made it feel like nothing had really happened in terms of feeling sick. And so now I have these new memories and hopefully kind of build new traditions similarly with my own kids. Like one that my wife and I decided to start doing was anytime we went out to Rapid, there was a candy store I'd never gone to. And now I think about maybe growing up, it wasn't even there. But it's along like the main road going into the Black Hills. So the road that you take that then takes you to Mount Rushmore in this like dip area next to the Reptile Garden and Black Hills Toy Museum, which, fun fact, is just a personal collection that someone had built up over the years that they decided to turn into a museum. But then there's a candy store right after that that almost kind of looks like something out of like Willy Wonka, where the building looks really kind of intimidating from the outside. But then it's got like the big M&M characters and other candies on the side. So I want to check out because like I love candy. My kids love candy. We should go in there and we'll just get the kids some candy. Like I don't really need anything. And my wife, she likes candy, but she's not like, ooh, candy everywhere I go. So we went in there with just like this expectation to buy my kids some candy, and we go through the whole store. The kids each pick out like their own few candies from this, their own few candies from this certain kind of candy, a few of these, and then their own like M&Ms because you got to do like all the different colors you don't see in the usual M&M bag. they get their candy bags, and then I'm going through just kind of loving the environment and be like, oh man, all this looks so good. Oh, I haven't seen that candy bar in years. Oh, I've never seen that candy. I've never seen that soda, whatever. And then I came to this area of like this wall of sodas. And it is kind of weird. I am from the north where most people say pop, but I say soda. I don't know. I think it sounds a little bit classier to me, and it doesn't bother my ears to hear myself say it. Anyway, I saw this wall of sodas of all sorts of different flavors, like all sorts of different grapes, all sorts of different root beers, all sorts of like a few I saw were like, does anyone know what cookie dough bites are? Like a cookie dough bite flavored soda, dill pickle flavored soda, uh, mushroom flavored taco flavored soda, all just like some that seemed decent, like maybe pumpkin pie soda, but then these nasty ones like enchilada soda. I don't even eat normal enchiladas. I definitely am not gonna drink an enchilada. And if I'm drinking an enchilada, there's a problem. And it's probably me secretly calling for help. All right. So if you ever see that, take note. I'm in trouble. Anyway, these nasty flavors that I don't like. Honestly, the only people who are gonna buy these sinfully awful flavors are people who are gonna like, I want to throw up after this, or I'm playing this sick game on some of my family members or something. Because I don't imagine anyone buying an enchilada soda, a dill pickle soda. I should have like took note of all the worst flavors I saw, even just cookie dough bite flavored soda. I saw a peanut butter jelly sandwich flavored soda. I think there's a ham sandwich one. Like you could pretty much have lunch or your whole Thanksgiving dinner in flavors of soda. There was a mashed potato soda, a turkey soda. So you could go there and just drink your Thanksgiving away if you wanted in a non-alcoholic fashion, just be all these nasty sodas. Who buys these? I'm not buying it. Do you buy them? I mean, I'll get one for you. Just nasty. I can't get over how gross a lot of these flavors were, but then they had like the reasonable actual soda flavors like grape, like I said, orange, root beer, cream soda, maybe not lemonade soda. Anyway, so they also had like some normal ones. So I don't generally drink soda anymore. Kind of gave soda up a while ago. My favorite used to be Mountain Dew, and I found myself drinking it like all the time, like people drink water. And I was like, I should probably stop drinking this. I'm consuming way too much, and I don't think my dentist liked that I like it either. But I do like trying grape sodas. So I picked out 4. I think only 4, even though there were more than 4. But 4 brands of grape soda that I'd never seen anywhere before. As like just taste test across the board, figure out which one is the best. And one of them, which was in like a really small little bottle, is like New York. I think it was maybe called like New York Seltzer or something like that, but it wasn't alcoholic. It was just like what I thought would almost be like a LaCroix, where you'd take a drink and you could tell that once upon a time someone in passing creating that flavor thought about grapes, but then you couldn't really taste it. I think that one was my favorite of the all 4 that I tried, but I got those, and then my wife kind of thought about doing some of those weird taste tests, like blind taste tests with some of the other flavors. So she got some of those, and then a similar thing with some candy bars. And then we ended up grabbing a few other things, some jelly beans for my grandpa, and then some cotton candy for my grandma. And You know that when you think about different people and you know the stuff they like, you get them that stuff. Which, by the way, how do you get on that list for people? Food for thought for later. Anyway, we got people some stuff. Go up to the counter, and I'm thinking, okay, at most, maybe $80. $103 and some cents later, I was like, wow. I had barely planned to even spend $30 here originally, just in candy for the kids. But each of those sodas were like $4 a piece. I think 2, possibly 3 of them were worth that $4. And it's just like, it blew my mind. And then they keep selling candy all the way out to the door, where they even have like quarter machines at the very end that you can buy yet more candy from this candy shop. Anyway, the tradition is now we're going to go there every time we go out to Rapid. Hopefully we won't make a tradition of $103 worth of candy / soda. But like having a fun tradition like that. And then maybe even when we come back from vacations now, does anyone else deal with this? Like you come back from vacation and you're so bummed about the fact that your vacation is over and life is about to set in with the usual happenings where you're going to work, or you're doing that 50 loads of laundry a day or whatever it may be. And you're like on your way home, you're now just bummed versus like being, yeah, we had such a great time. You're just like, oh, I gotta get back home. My wife and I decided that we're going to, now the night after we get home, we're going to do a big deal movie night with our kids with really good food and really good snacks. That way it just kind of helps us soften the blow of the end of vacation, where even after you get home, you still have something to look forward to. So as we're on this vacation, like visiting the traditions and the things that my family did growing up, now bringing in attributes of that with new things to have in my own family moving forward. And just that whole experience was great. Maybe even the soda rant. But I just love that. And then we went on a vacation with her family, and her family like to go like to new places. I think there's a few repeated places, but like her family does a lot more like, let's check out this new place. Let's check out this new place. And so it's kind of fun too to get that side as well, just to make sure that we keep going to new places, but then like we can be okay going to another place repeatedly a few times for the sake of maybe fun traditions like my family, but then having the spirit of adventure like hers. All that to say, we were just so busy that my ability to record Welcome to the Medins kind of fell away for like the longer form episodes. You guys saw some clips from our trip to Rapid and some clips from our trip to Canada. But within that time off, I'd also kind of lost motivation to keep posting those every day, which is hard to admit because usually I'm a pretty motivated person. And so the times I lose my motivation, I get concerned, but like it's just kind of hard. Especially for this, like something I've been excited about all year. You guys have seen me roll out the episodes, the daily shorts and reels, and that's all been fun. So then all of a sudden to have like that kind of hard, like I don't really know what to do, and I don't really want to post today, and maybe I'll post tomorrow, and then just kind of day after day it loses it, and then I don't even know about recording any more episodes. Like maybe I should just call it quits on Welcome to the Medins. Like we get tens of views maybe per episode, and then perhaps get a couple thousand if it's a really cute video of our brand new daughter. But then it's like, no, don't give up on that. Like keep pushing for this, keep moving forward, keep doing it as a means of investing in the future. And so I was like, you know what, today in my quiet time, as my wife's up in the cities, my second youngest son is here at home taking a nap right now. I was like, I'm going to take the time to record a couple episodes. I may have lost some time with the last one because the audio didn't record. But maybe I'll at least get one out, possibly two. So there's just a lot going on. A lot. But it's all been good. A few challenges in there. I don't know if you can tell. I'm kind of on the back end of a cold, so my voice isn't quite normal. So that was even hitting me a little bit too, feeling under the weather and being like, I don't want to do anything. But I've also started a new job too, a part-time, which has been quite a bit of fun and really helping to engage the super extrovert side of my personality. And that's kind of been uplifting and more encouraging. So I'll talk to you guys more about that here in the near future, and I'll tell you where to come visit me pretty soon in Northfield, where you can see me regularly. And then it looks like I might be going out on the road again with my buddy Corey, going and actually playing drums, not guitar, but drums. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there's just some other things that have been kind of coming over. It's like, I want to see this move forward a lot more, and I'm getting kind of excited again. Like Breakthrough, we just released our new single Dirt from our newest album. So go check that out. On YouTube, it's at Breakthrough Rocks, but you can also find us at www.breakthroughrocks.com. Go listen to our old music and our new music as we release it. You can follow us on Instagram at BreakthroughTM. You can find us on, I think that's actually it right now, YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. But then you can also kind of keep up with us here too. Kind of getting close to the end of the episode. So if you want to keep up with like these random stories, hear what's going on in our lives, I have some more fun things coming down the line, and hopefully we won't have any more kind of the weeks off where I'm just kind of dealing with some tough things. Hopefully I'll be able to push past them to be able to keep this up, but you can keep seeing our episodes here on YouTube and listening to them on Spotify. Follow us at Welcome to the Medins on Instagram and on YouTube and on Spotify. On Spotify, we release every one of these episodes on Thursdays and then the YouTube visual version on Fridays. And I'm going to get back into posting our daily shorts and reels. So you can see those on Instagram and on YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Welcome to the Medins.